Imagine a legendary rock frontman staring down the abyss of a life-altering health crisis and defying the odds to roar back onto the stage. Vince Neil from Mötley Crüe has just shared a harrowing tale that goes way beyond what we first heard, revealing a series of hidden battles that could change how we view resilience in the face of adversity. But here's where it gets controversial. Could these strokes have been prevented, or is the rock and roll lifestyle itself a ticking time bomb? Stick around, because this story is packed with twists that most fans never saw coming. Just a few weeks ago, Mötley Crüe vocalist Vince Neil opened up about suffering a major stroke right around Christmas last year, which forced the band to delay their eagerly anticipated Las Vegas residency. Now in a deeper dive, the seasoned rocker has confessed that this wasn't his first brush with danger. He actually endured 3 additional strokes beforehand, building up to what he calls the big one. For those new to this, a stroke happens when blood flow to the brain is interrupted, often due to a clot or burst vessel, leading to potential paralysis, speech issues, or worse. It's a serious medical emergency that can strike anyone. But Neil's experience highlights how subtle early signs might be overlooked, especially in high-energy lifestyles. The band is currently powering through their rescheduled shows at Dolby Live at Park MGM, with performances stretching all the way to an October 3rd finale. Fans can still snag tickets through platforms like StubHub to catch the action. Originally set for this past spring, the residency was put on hold due to what was initially described as an undisclosed health problem affecting Neil. It's a reminder of how unpredictable life can be, even for icons who've sold millions of records and headlined arenas for decades. In a chat with the Las Vegas Review-Journal a couple of weeks back, Neil recounted the terrifying ordeal. "I had a stroke. My entire left side just gave out. I had to relearn how to walk, and let me tell you, that was brutal. The doctors even warned they didn't think I'd ever step back on stage." This kind of recovery isn't just about physical therapy. It often involves rebuilding confidence and adapting to new limitations, which can be especially tough for someone whose career revolves around high-energy performances. But here's the part most people miss. In a fresh interview on SiriusXM's Trunk Nation with Eddie Trunk, transcribed by Blabbermouth, Neil peeled back even more layers of his struggle. He reflected that catching the major stroke earlier might have sped up his healing process significantly. "It was Christmas night, and I drifted off to sleep," he recalled. "When I woke up, I couldn't even get out of bed. I was thinking, what's happening here? My left leg and arm were completely unresponsive. I needed help just to sit up or adjust my position. Gradually, feelings started creeping back into my legs." Neil's then-girlfriend, Rain, played a key role. Her aunt, a nurse, quickly identified the symptoms over the phone and suspected a stroke. Unfortunately, by the time they realized, it was too late for immediate hospital intervention, as treatments like clot-busting drugs are most effective within a narrow window, often around 12 hours. Neil admitted he initially brushed it off, hoping it would fade away on its own. "I kept telling myself, it'll pass soon," but it didn't. That was the toughest blow. Once at the hospital, doctors confirmed the stroke, but explained they couldn't reverse the damage since the critical period had passed. Diving into the cause, Neil explained it stemmed from a blood clot in his leg that migrated to his brain, a condition known as a pulmonary embolism or similar clot travel, which can be deadly if untreated. Neurologists used X-rays to reveal scars on his brain, pointing to past incidents. "They showed me the evidence," he said. "Those marks are from strokes." Shockingly, he learned he'd actually suffered 4 strokes over the years. 2 were so mild, he never noticed them. And 1 was a mini-stroke, or transient ischemic attack, often called a TIA, that temporarily numbed his hand before resolving quickly. The last one, though, was the full-blown event that changed everything. When asked how doctors pinpointed 4 separate incidents, Neil clarified they spotted it on brain scans. scars clustered in the same area. The neurologist confirmed each one was a stroke. This raises an intriguing point. Many people might have silent strokes without realizing it, which could explain unexplained fatigue or minor symptoms in everyday life. Neil's father passed away from a stroke in 2021, adding a personal layer to his story and underscoring how genetics and lifestyle might play roles. After months of grueling physical therapy, Neil made a triumphant return with a solo show in early August. Now, he's performing at about 95% capacity with Mötley Crüe during their Vegas run. "There are still things I can't do on stage," he admitted. "Racing across that massive platform is a challenge, but I'm adapting. It's inspiring to see, yet it sparks debate. Should rock stars prioritize health checks more rigorously, or is the adrenaline of the lifestyle worth the risks?" For a glimpse into Neil's candid conversation, check out the clip from his Eddie Trunk interview below. ICYMI on Trunk Nation. The Vince Neil was in studio with Eddie Trunk, talking about the Mötley Crüe residency following suffering a stroke. He revealed that he's actually had 4 strokes to this point. Go hear the full interview now on the SiriusXM app. https://PIJDST. pic.twitter.com/449. Trunk Nation on SXM Faction Talk Channel 103. Trunk Nation SXM. September 25th, 2025. What do you think? Does this story make you rethink how we handle health and demanding careers? Is the rock world too forgiving of risky behaviors? Or does Neil's comeback prove that grit can overcome anything? Share your opinions in the comments. I'd love to hear if you agree, disagree, or have your own tales of beating the odds.